So if you don't like it and want to return it, don't forget to put this card back in there. Good information. Hey guys, Tank here. RadioLink just sent me the new radio from them, the RC6GS version 2. What's neat with version 2, there's done a bunch of upgrades onto this. They have the FHSS algorithm that reduces overall signal interference, and it has an outstanding range of 400 meters. This means that the people that are doing speed car and speedster, this is a very good radio for you, because you can really go far without worrying about losing the signal, and then you can do your speed run and not to worry about slowing down. This actually does have a kill switch. Not a kill switch as per se, but if you lose signal, it will stop the car, which is a good thing. But it also has a new user-friendly guide. So for the menu and all that. You have powerful dual mix control for steering. You're doing your dual steering and all that. You do have some new switches, which are 3-position switch on the side for the channel 5 and 6. The other buttons are hard buttons. They're toggle buttons. So for the people that have semi-trucks from Tamiya, you guys can actually use this on your truck and do your switching for your transmission. That's something probably I'll try on mine, so it's going to be cool. You can also upgrade this, the firmware via USB. It has a USB port. It also has ABS, fail-safe protection. I did mention that. And it's got multi-ID memory mode. So you can store up to, I believe it's 10 radios on this. And with this, there's also, they added a strap hook onto this. And there is a strap actually in here. Also the power adapter, a little jumper for you to actually put the battery jumper directly onto the receiver to give you battery status. And in version 2, you also get a FPV monitor mode. So there's a little adapter, little hole on top, it's a 1/4 inch, to put a screw in. You can actually put a monitor on there, or you could even put your camera. In version 2, they also changed the position of the switches, which is a good thing. Below, I'll put a link of the RadioLink website, and also where you can actually get this on the Canadian website. Right now, as this video is filmed, version 6.12 should be the up to current version. And that version actually has the cruise control feature. So if you have a crawler and you're going on a crawl, you just put it on cruise control, and then you can just don't have to worry about your truck. But always keep an eye when you put it on cruise control. You can't go have a coffee. And I'll also put a link to where you can actually find the firmware for this. So let's open up the box and see what's in it. Childproof. So we get a little manual in Chinese and also English. With a lot of information. I believe the manual is also downloadable as a PDF, so you can actually look at it, and it gives you a very good idea of how this radio actually works for you guys. And it actually shows you with the adapter here how to actually connect it so you can have the sensing wire. Congratulations, you have got the 2020 latest. Cool. We have a bit updated. It's got the FPV holder hole, the strap hook, the SWA switch, SWD switch. So it's got 2 new switches. Those are the 3-way toggle switch. It's got the handle, and the trigger has been updated. So if you don't like it and want to return it, don't forget to put this card back in there. Good information. So you do get a nice RADIOLINK strap. That's going to come in handy, especially to hold a remote while you're doing other stuff like filming or whatever and you're standing still. So nice lanyard. Can really extend it very long, so which is pretty good. You do get the power connector with the XTC connector, male female, so you can actually use this to bypass. I don't have this, so I'm going to build my own. I have Dean's, so they can't please everybody. And here's the one with the very long two antennas. So this is the R7FG version 1.2. And on top here, this is where you would put the power button for the telemetry, the voltage telemetry. And then you have all the channels, the 6 channel on this one. Nice. And we have the radio. And nothing else. So here we go. We have the battery compartment. Everything is one piece. This one does not come apart or split or anything. It does resemble a bunch of other radios that I've seen in the past. But plastic quality seems to be very good. It does have a rubber wheel. Seems to be very good. I like the look of that wheel actually. And here's the two new buttons. You actually have 3 ways. And you have your auxiliary, throttle trim, and steering trim here. So this is the switch B and C. And then you got your VR. You have your other switch here, another switch here. Here's the strap location. And here is the hole to actually screw in your accessories. It is a 6 battery compartment, but you can actually remove this compartment and actually put a LiPo in there. You can put up to a 4S LiPo in here. So this is very, very nice. So over here, you can just remove the battery tray, the 6 batteries, and you can actually put a LiPo in there with the connector. And those are readily available. And it does say here in it that it is compatible 4.8 volt all the way up to 15 volts. So that's pretty good. You can go up to 4S on this thing. So I've removed this. And then under it, you do have the 1/4-inch screw to put accessories on there. So you could put the antenna on a downward and have your phone or something, or even if you kept the antenna up, even if you put your phone here, it's always a little off to the side, or even your GoPro would actually film beside it. So it actually work. I usually use a clamp underneath here. Overall quality of this is pretty good. This is not rubber, this is actually plastic. But the feeling and the grip of it is pretty good. So on here, you do have the power switch here, and underneath this little cap, you have the USB port to actually program it and program the firmware. So this is their VR button that's associated to channel 3. This one is customizable. This one is channel 4. And then you have 5 and 6 by default. Let's pop in some batteries in here and check out the menu. Okay, so let's enter up the menu. There we go. That wasn't too long to boot up. Now, if you just press 1, which is the exit, this is just the status of all the buttons. So as I toggle some of these, like if I play with channel 3, if I turn it, then I'm actually adjusting the channel 3. If I have channel 4, I can hit the channel 4. Right now it's set that when I press it, it goes to plus 100, release it. This is the default. And then I got my channel 5, minus 100, 0, and plus 100. And then channel 6, same thing. So it is a 3-position switch. If I hit it again, and then I go to the rest of the menus for the receiver. And if I had the battery connected, I would see the total voltage that's still available. And again, here I have my steering trim and my throttle trim. You do get a different beep when you get to 0, which is good. So when you hit the both buttons together, you actually enter the sub-menu for doing other things, like setting the language, selecting which model you want. There's the endpoint adjustment, steering exponential settings, steering speed settings, throttle exponential settings, throttle speed settings, ABS or anti-lock braking system, throttle acceleration settings, the idle lap settings, the servo center position adjustment, which in some instances, this is very important to make sure your servo is right in the center. This is where you'd reverse the channels. This is your steering and throttle dual rate settings, your brake side adjustment, programmable mix 1, programmable mix 2, and here's your auxiliary channel 3, 4, 5, and 6 settings. That's basically to tell you what the buttons do and to change some of the settings. This is where you set the model name. Alarm is low voltage, and the RSI alarm settings. Here you set the gyro sensitivity settings. Here, this is where you'd set the fail-safe settings. And this is the subsidiary ID settings. And this is where we do a factory reset. So the menu is really simple. And once you finish, you just exit. It should be a good addition to some of my trucks. So I think we're going to try it on this truck. We're having a urban crawl tomorrow, and I want the cruise control. So we're going to set it up and set up the cruise control on that truck and see how it runs on the urban crawl. Guys, stay tuned for more for the install video when I install it and show you how to bind it and show you how to set up some trims. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.